Moscow station on space ground 1.
Отвечаю, Владимир.
Go ahead, Anton on space ground 1.
Мы пытаемся поработать с iPad'ами с нашими.
We are trying to work with our iPads,
Не открывается домашняя страница.
and the home page would not open. In order to enter the OBT, we need home page. So we have connected the iPads to the American WAPs, WAPs, ISS, MSL, 5G, and so on.
Слушай, Антон, вот сейчас появилась школа, которая...
So we are using the application Safari, and we are trying to reach the simulator, and no joy for that.
Добрый день, экипаж.
Hello, guys.
Добрый день.
Good afternoon.
Антон, ну у вас ничего не должно...
Anton, actually this is not surprising.
Только с американского iPad выйти на тренажер.
Of course, only American iPads, are the iPads that are able to connect to the simulator. So where should we get American iPad? Well, we actually suppose that you will do the OBT all together with your American colleagues. Well, it is not time tagged, and they have so many activities right now. I mean, our American colleagues, so they are repairing the ASU, the WHC, and doing other things right now. Well, tomorrow OBT is planned, and only American iPads should be used, so every Soyuz crew should have one iPad. So, they are now doing more important activities right now, our American crew members. Okay, I understand, but tomorrow, please keep in mind that every Soyuz crew should have one American iPad at its disposal. So do you mean to say that our Russian iPads will be of no use? They won't get connected, Anton. And what about tomorrow? The same situation will be tomorrow, Anton. All American iPads will be able to connect to the simulator. Well, we've been actually given one American iPad just right now. So try to access the simulator on that iPad, Anton. That's great. That's great news. We will do our best. So if you experience any issues, please call me. Well, what I see is the error number 500.
Station on 2, WHC. Go ahead on 2.
Yeah.
As you can see,
well,
everything checks out.
it's not good.
We're still in everything.
Stand by one. Let me think about it.
And as directed by you guys, is WHC up for use, or do you need some time?
Now we have actually connected, I think, because we have ISS emergency onboard training. Well, guys, not many time is left until PAO, but we have to actually complete this activity that we have started. Well, maybe tomorrow you will be able to do this. The whole crew will be working OBT. And who will be the lead for the OBT tomorrow? The MCC Houston?
Okay, so we're still internal. Do you want us to go back?
The first report will be done to both MCCs, and after that you will report to the MCC that will be more appropriate. Okay, and so there will be people supporting this activity in MCC Moscow. Yes, of course, I will be there, and other instructors will be there as well. Well, I will be happy to talk to you all tomorrow. Now, have you succeeded in connecting? Yes. We now have this page on our iPad screen.
Повторите, просто освежите.
Anton, just review the functions. Just review, the information about the necessary keys and pages and functions so that you are prepared for tomorrow RBT. Well, that's what we are trying to do right now.
You've just
So is it the demo version? Yes, it's demo version with script.
you want us to stay in internal and then continue on with the rest of the procedure, or do you want us to go back to UPA?
Okay, so we press the button start.
8.3 from step 8.2. So you run 8.3, and we should be good to go.
So now we have a green card. Yes. Now you will have a presentation where, so 0337, the last 4 digits. Yeah, we actually are using it right now. Well, good news. Okay, so now we press this sign of a cross here, right? Yes, that's right.
Okay, Steve, back with you. We got 13,562 flushes.
13,562.
Integrated with UPA.
And Maker, one last question before we're all done. We were wondering, when you looked at the old pump separator, when you pulled it out, if there was anything unusual or different about it that caught your eye.
Yeah, I spent some time looking at it and got the flashlight out, looked in all the little crannies I could, and I didn't see any bent pins or anything when I wiped out the big fittings where the fluid flows in and out. There was just a little bit of
Moscow station, and we are on page 4 right now. Step 3, select RPC, but this button is not active on our iPad screen.
just checking before.
So, and you had selected everything before that?
Use and also...
yes, first caution and warning, then USCCS. That's what we selected.
Catch up with the OPT later.
So this button is not active. All right, then proceed. Just skip it. Skip this step.
Смотрите, как выбирается пожарный код.
So you see, I guess you can see the fire ports selection option. Well, I don't understand it very clearly. So is it how to select a fire port, you mean? It's in the right lower spot. Yes, now we have located it.
Okay, copy that. Thank you.
Yes, now we understand. And then lab 1 P101, it's the number of the 5 ports. Yes, we selected that. And put a kind of a mark opposite. And now we have all zeros on display. So we have all zeros. Yeah, that's how it should be, I guess. Well, it says here that pay attention to the measurements readings if they are high or increased. Well, that's how the application works, I guess. Sounds good.
вот зал уже ждет.
You know, actually the people here on the ground are waiting for the PAO start. So it's just review it once more to memorize the sequence of the actions.
Stevie's checking out some hardware right now. Can I take a message for him?
You know, and after the BRI is activated again, we'll be able to do it without that no, Anton. You can again ask for an American iPad, and using our BRI with American iPad, then you will be able to review the steps once again if you wish so. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, Anton, for your work.
It seems like everybody...
well, unfortunately, you know, we were not able to review everything today. Hopefully next time.
We're looking at what's available.
Well, we'll do it tomorrow.
And there's a potential...
Don't worry. Hello, Oleg. Nice to hear your voice. Don't worry. Everything will be fine tomorrow. Okay, so we can talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye. Talk to you tomorrow. Moscow station on spaceship ground 1. Go ahead on spaceship ground 1, Anton.
Ребят, ну давайте, готовимся.
Guys, so let's do the com check via microphone. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? I'm using the mic. Yes, I copy you loud and clear, very clear. We are ready. We are ready here on the station.
Отлично, все, сейчас мы потихоньку...
Sounds great. Now we will start the PO presently. So here now we can see our cosmonauts on board the station. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. How do you copy us, International Space Station? We can hear you very clear. Anton, hello. We also can hear you quite well. We would like to thank you so much that you have found the time to meet with the cadets of the Tula Military College, named after Suvorov. Now, we have a list of questions, prepared by the cadets. We are happy to greet the cadets of the military school of Tula, named after Suvorov. We are also happy to greet you, guys. So we have your colleagues now visiting with us today, Vladimir Genebekov, Sergei Zalutin, and also the designer, Nikolai Makrovet, and also the cadets of the military school named after Suvorov. So could you please tell us how is your flight going on? We again are happy to greet you, our colleagues, cosmonauts, and all the young generation of cadets. Our flight is going nominally. All systems are working without any issues. Everything is up and running. We have a nominal work day. So don't be surprised when you see our colleagues, American astronauts and Japanese astronauts flying by. Of course, they are doing their activities on the station today. You know, guys, we have lots of questions for you today, so let's begin. Sure, we are happy to answer your questions. Okay, so my name is Alexei. I'm the second year cadet. So, dear cosmonauts, tell us what bright memories do you associate with the first flight into space? Thank you, Alexei, for your interesting question. So, the brightest memory from my first flight was, of course, the EVA, the spacewalk. I think it's the most interesting moment in the life of a cosmonaut. you remember it, till your dying moment, I guess. It's a very interesting work that every cosmonaut will be happy to do. So, well, sometimes they say, when the flight was without an EVA, it was not a real flight. Thank you so much for your answer. So, I'm the first year cadet. So how do you select cosmonauts? That's my question. Well, right now, these days, there is the selection process in the GCTC, the Center of the Preparation the Cosmonauts. So all information, can be found on the website of Roscosmos. So usually, application is, written, and of course there is the curriculum vitae, the list of all your achievements attached to this application. Also, what is important, physical preparedness and training. So all the information is there on the website. So for those who are interested in that and who would like to try, to apply for a cosmonaut, you can obtain this information on the website. Thank you so much. So I'm a 4-year cadet. My name is Lazarev. So what is the most difficult thing in cosmonaut work and training? G-loads, studies, training, loneliness, constant self-control, or something else? Thank you for a very interesting, fascinating question. But, if a person wants to become a cosmonaut, this is the most important. But I think that the most important thing is patience. Of course, you have to be patient in order to achieve your goal. Of course, you have to train almost every day. Preparation is a very interesting stage, of course, but you need a lot of patience to finally be assigned on a mission and to fly to the station. Thank you so much. I'm a 4-year student cadet. Please tell us, mission to Mars. Is it possible at all? And is the Russian cosmonautic space industry ready for such a mission? Well, of course, we believe that there is life on other planets. Of course, the planets have already been discovered, similar to our solar system. So, I guess, so there are planets that have atmospheres similar to the Earth's atmosphere, and I guess we should try to reach these planets. We believe that there is life on these planets. Thank you for your answer. So I'm a 4-year cadet. Vyacheslav is my name. How do you communicate with one another as part of an international crew? Of course, you are people from all over the world. Thank you for the question, Vyacheslav. Well, our official language on the station is English, but we have an international which is called Ruslish, half Russian, half English. So you also use it maybe, when you use some English words in your speech. As for the relations between us, we are like a family. We respect each other. We love each other. So it's just one big family on board the station here. Thank you so much. So I'm a 4-year cadet. My name is Timur. What science experiments do you conduct aboard the station? Timur, thank you for a very interesting question. Here on board the station, for us, the main objective is the performing payload experiments, scientific research experiments. So mostly we do experiments that are not so easy to perform on the ground. Of course, our microgravity conditions are more relevant for these experiments. So first of all, of course, what we do, a lot of time we shoot video Also, we take lots of pictures, and we have special devices for measuring all kinds of Earth's atmosphere and on the ground. Unfortunately, there is a lot of negative impacts of man's activities on the ground of our planet. We are also monitoring how the human body reacts to microgravity during the long duration flights. Of course, our flights are mostly long duration. It's 6 months and more. So we monitor and observe how our human body, bones, and vessels react to vibration, to temperature changes, and microgravity, of course. So it's all necessary in order to try to maintain our health if we have very long duration flights in the future, like a year or more, so that we'll be able in the future to fly to a different planet very far away from Earth and then come back. So we are also studying plants and animals here. So we have also experiments on growing crystals in microgravity. So we have over 60 experiments together with Oleg. So that's how we spend our time here on the station. Thank you for your question. Thank you for your answer. My name is Vladislav. I'm the first year cadet. Dear cosmonauts, do you have the internet on this station? And also, thank you for your question. We do have internet on the station. We use American assets. We're using American assets right now. Internet is not very fast. Of course, most part of it is used for the experiments and for maintenance of the station. In February, Anton had EVA, and during this EVA, the first part of the task was performed by Anton. That will allow us to have our own communication assets, and our internet will become faster after that, hopefully. So we use internet in order to read our email and send our emails, and of course we use IP telephone that we use in order to talk to our family, to our friends. As for the spare time, we have some spare time, but we try to use it to do some task list activities, some additional activities, extra. Of course, this time that we have here is actually very expensive, and we try not to waste it, and we try to do some useful work during our spare time, some additional maintenance, maybe some additional experiments. But when, sometimes we are very tired and would like to do something else, not work, then we use this time in order to watch our beautiful Earth from the windows of the modules of the space station. Thank you so much.
And
My name is Ruslan. I am the second-year cadet. So please describe the food that you eat on ISS and how this food is different from the food that we have here on Earth. Ruslan, the food is actually very similar to the food products that you have on the ground. We have canned products. We have also freeze-dried products that we warm up and heat up, vegetables, potatoes, soups. And we have some special hardware here that is used like when you freeze dry products, you eliminate all water from it, so they can be stored and for a long time. So before we start our meals, we just add hot water or cold water, wait for maybe 15 minutes, and then we get kind of food that is very close to the regular food that we eat on the ground. Of course, we cannot go to a store and buy something that we want, so we eat, like they do in the army when they have a certain, array of foodstuffs. Thank you so much. My name is Nikita, and I'm the first-year cadet. Many of our cosmonauts have had quite lengthy stays on this space station, a long-duration flight. So if somebody falls ill all of a sudden, suddenly gets sick, so what happens to this person? How is the treatment done? Well, guys, I can answer this question. Well, this is Alex speaking. We have a crew surgeon on the ground who is on duty 24/7, and we can always ask the crew surgeon. But of course, what we fear might happen, for example, like appendicitis, for example. That of course, in that case, we will have to, avoid to land on our Soyuz. It will be emergency landing, but we try to avoid this situation. The next question. Would you please tell me how does spacecraft avoid the collision with space bodies? Vladimir, thank you so much for the interesting question. Right now we have lots of foreign bodies or space trash around us, old satellites and, burnt stages of rockets. So all this space trash sometimes cross the orbit of our station and might actually become dangerous for our station. Even our speed is so high that even if a small metal bolt, strikes our station, it might have catastrophic implications. Of course, there is a special service on the ground that is tracking all these, space objects. And if there is a threat of this object orbit crossing our orbit, so what we do, we just start our engines and we increase our orbit and avoid the collision with this space object. That's what we do. Thank you for the question.
Спасибо.
My name is Dinar. I'm a fourth-year cadet. Do you have any former military school named after sort of graduates in your ranks? Actually, yes. I flew with Alexander Skvortsov, in my previous flights, and he is a military school graduate. Actually, you know, whenever we have a graduate like this in our ranks, we also feel ourselves. Others, and hopefully that your future will be space exploration. Good luck.
Спасибо еще раз.
Все, ребят, отлично. Завершили. Значит,
All right, the PO is complete. Thank you very much. It went very well.
я на все вопросы отвечу.
All right, copy.
И уже свяжемся.
All right, give us a couple of minutes and we will try to figure out what to do next with Bree and we will let you know. Okay, we'll be standing by. Of course.
And Station Houston on 2 for bag 408 and Lyo stowage.
And Maker, Huntsville back with you on Space Ground 2. Just to ensure we're on the same page, so you went to the Columbus Overhead 3, Echo 2, Foxtrot 2 location, and then within the water module maintenance kit, there should be a maintenance kit within that, and that's where we're hoping that those ProSans wipes are.
Yeah, I looked around the compartment a little bit, and that bag was not inside the module maintenance kit. It was free-floating in behind one of the cushions in there, so I did find it, and I now have one package of ProSan wipes, and I'll let you know how many I use out of there. And thank you for the help, and sorry about the delay.
Yeah, and that's no problem at all, and since you found that kit in a different location than what we had expected, if you can just make sure that makes it back into the water module maintenance kit, we'll be in good shape moving forward.
I concur with that, and I'll get it in there. Thank you.
And Station Houston on 2 for Lyo stowage.
Station, Space Ground 1.
Steve, while we had the handover, I came back and there's an MO1 in there. It's labeled incorrectly.
Go ahead, Anton. All right. As far as Purvaka LED is concerned.
Okay. Is that serial number 1122 properly labeled as 408 now?
We believe that on
the window for 408.
That sounds great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the very place clean. We really don't know what it can be. It can be either Beko or something else, or BPK. We will give you more recommendations tomorrow morning. Copy.
Вот, потом у тебя будет БД, просили напомнить, что не забудь про корректку снять и фото положить, еще как бы вот специалист.
Our ODF specialist asked me to remind you to copy photographs for downlink. I actually copied them twice, but I can try to do it one more time. So they want all those photographs on OCA, correct? Yes. Could you save them somewhere, and we will start working behind the panel soon, and maybe we'll downlink everything all together. Okay, no problem. All right, is that all? We start switching to the VDSU mode, and please do not connect the telemetry on your own. We will give you a go when you'll be able to do that. And all other ports are a go, correct? So we can reconnect them, remake them. Yes, you're a go. And Mr. Mateva is here, and she's ready to support. And we will give you a go separately when you will be able to remate the telemetry cable. Copy. Talk to you later.
For the LIO change out, you made a pickup in the Tango Lat card swap.
And Station Houston on 2, you have a go for Tango Lab, and at some point we'll have a quick tag up about when to do the OBT tag up.
Yeah, I think that copy. We're standing by for a tag up for the tag up.
Go take care of Tango Lab.
Understand.